Hello and welcome you all in the course of probability and statistics. Now, in today's lecture, we have to start the simple example of probability. So, the first example, a ball is drawn at random from a box containing, say, 6 red balls, 4 white balls, 5 blue balls. So, box containing a combination of ball 6 red, 4 white, 5 blue. We have to determine the probability that it is. The first option is red, second option is white, third option is blue, next fourth option is not red, and the fifth and last option is ball is red or white. So let's see the solution. So first of all we have to assign some notation. Let R, W and B denote the events of drawing a red ball, white ball and blue ball respectively. Then we have to find out the first one, the probability of red ball. So the probability of a red ball is equal to way of choosing a red ball among total way of choosing a ball. So if we have to randomly pick up a red ball from a box containing red, white and blue balls, so is equal to way of choosing a red ball, and now here there are 6 upon total way of choosing a ball. So total there are 6 plus 4 plus 5. So we have to get 6 upon 6 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 6 by 15. Further simplification leads to 2 by 5. So the probability of getting a red ball among a box containing 15 balls is 2 by 5. Next, we have to find out the probability of white ball. So by using the same manner, the probability of white ball, the ways of choosing a white ball upon total ways of choosing a ball. So the probability of white ball is 5. There are total 15 balls. So the probability of getting a white ball is 4 by 15. Similarly, the probability of getting a blue ball is 5 by 15. Further simplification leads to 1 by 3. The probability of not red, and we know that R stands for red, so R complement, that is not red, and we see the properties of probability. The probability of R dash is 1 minus probability of R, and probability of R we have to see here is 2 by 5. So 1 minus probability of R, so 1 minus 2 by 5, so it gives 3 by 5. The probability of red or white, so R stand for red, W stand for white, union is represent OR. So way of choosing a red or white ball upon total ways choosing a ball, total 15 ball, the probability of choosing red ball is 6, and in box there are 4 white ball, so it's 10 by 15. Simplification leads to 2 by 3. Now next we have to see the one of the important property in this probability, conditional probability. Let capital A and capital B be two events such that the probability of first events, probability of A greater than 0, then denote probability of B slash A, the probability of B given that A has occurred. Since A is known to have occurred, it becomes, since A is known to have occurred, it becomes the new sample space replacing the original as. Now see this Venn diagram. From this we write down the definition of conditional probability. Say probability of B slash A is nothing but probability of this A intersection B and probability of A. By simple rearranging, we have to write down the probability of A intersection B. We have to make it as a subject, so is probability of A into probability of B slash A. Remember, the conditional probability is just simply, suppose we have to talk about this term, probability of B slash A. Now this term represents the probability of happening of event B when the event A is already occurred. That is, event A is already finished. Then we have to find out the happening of events B is known as the conditional probability. Let's see the example. Find the probability that a single toss of a die will result in a number less than 4. If the first option, no other information is given. Second option, it is given that the toss results in an odd number. So let's start solution. Let's recall the property. If A is a union of A1, A2 and so on An, where each and every events A1, A2 and so on An are mutually exclusive events, then probability of A is equal to probability of A1 plus probability of A2 and so on probability of An, because of all the events are mutually exclusive events. So we have to start the first option. No other information is given. That is, let B denote the event less than 4. Since B is the union of the events 1, 2 or 3 turning. Because less than 4, so it's cover 3 output. It may be 1, 2 or 3. So the probability of happening of event B is probability of 1 plus probability of 2 plus probability of 3 by using these results. And each and every output is independent and it has unique representation. So probability of 1 is 1 by 6. Similarly, probability of 2 is 1 by 6 plus probability of 3 is 1 by 6. So simplification gives the probability of B is half. The second option, it is given that the toss results an odd number. So here simultaneously two information is given. The first one, we have to find out the probability of number which less than 4, and the second one, the toss results an odd number. So first of all we have to assume, let capital A be an event which is an odd number. So we see that probability of A, tossing of die, there are 6 output but odd number, so 3 is cancel out. So just we have to include 1, 3 and 5. So there are 3 output, so 3 divided by total number, so 3 by 6, so is half. So probability of A is half. Also probability of A intersection B. Remember, A, that is events which represents odd number. B is an event which is less than 4. So intersection of these two events, that is the number is an odd number, also number is less than 4. So it just cover only two output, 1 and 3. So for two output we have to write down numerator is 2 divided by 6. So probability of A intersection B is 1 by 3. We are interested to find out the probability of B slash A. So by using conditional probability is equal to probability of A intersection B upon probability of A. Probability of A intersection B is 1/3. Probability of A is half. So just by plugging the value, we have to get the probability of B slash A is 2 by 3. This can be represented as the probability of happening of event B when event A is already finished. Third example, find the probability of not getting a 7 or 11 total on either of two tosses of a pack of fat dice. The sample space for each toss of the dice is shown in figure. These are the sample space. Say for example 5 comma 2. The coordinate 5 comma 2 means that 5 comes up on the first die and 2 on the second dice. Since the dice are fair, so there are total 36 sample points, and we have to assign each and every sample points as a unique probability, that is 1 by 36. We are interested to find out the probability of not getting 7 or 11. So first of all, we have to consider, let capital A be the events when 7 or 11 is coming up. Then A is indicated by this highlighted portion, because the addition of 1 and 6, 1 plus 6 is 7, 2 plus 5 is 7, 3 plus 4 is 7, and so on. 6 plus 1 is 7. So 7, 5 plus 6 is 11, 6 plus 5 is 11. So this highlighted cell represent the probability of getting 7 or 11. Since there are 6 plus 2, so total 8 points are included. So probability of event A is 8 divided by 36, and after simplification it leads to 2 by 9. So it follows that the probability of no 7 or 11, that is complement of this event, so probability of A dash is 1 minus probability of A, that is 1 minus 2 by 9 is equal to 7 by 9. But up to this stage we have to just talking about only one toss, and right now we have to find out the probability of two toss of fair dice. So using the subscript, let 1 and 2 denote the first and second toss of the dice. We see that the probability of 7 or 11 on either the first or second toss is given by probability of A1 complement into probability of A2 complement slash A1 complement. But see here, the probability of A1 complement is as it is. Now this can be represented as, these are the conditional probability. Here we have to find out the probability of happening of event A2 complement when event A1 complement is already finished. But if you have to observe, when we have to toss a die, both are independent, and if the events are independent, then we have to see, or we have to apply the property of probability. So probability of A2 complement slash A1 complement is probability of A2 complement, and probability of A1 complement you have to find out is 7 by 9. Similarly, by same manner, we have to get probability of A2 complement is 7 by 9, and multiplication leads 49 divided by 81. Say fourth example, say two cards are drawn from a walls of a ordinary deck of 52 cards. We have to find out the probability that they are both as. If the first card is, now the first condition we have to replace the card, the second condition not replace. So first of all, let's consider A1 is the event which represent as on the first row. A2 is any event which represent we have to get as on second row. Then we are looking for, find the probability that they are both as if the first card replace not replace. So we are looking for probability of A1 intersection A2, and these are nothing but these are just by definition of conditional probability, probability of A1 into probability of A2 slash A1. So we have to consider the first option. So since for the first drawing there are 4 as, definitely in 4 suits each and every suit consider 1 as, so there are total 4 as in 52 cards. So the probability of getting an as on the first row is 4 divided by 52. Also, if the card is replaced, the first option says that once, I suppose if we have to pick a first card as a S, then we have to replace that card. So second drawing, so probability of A2 slash A1. Now these are the conditional probability, but according to our condition, see, we are interested to find out probability of A2 when the first event is already finished. That is, the S is already done in first card, but the condition says that we have to replace the card. So again, in second chance, again there are say 4 possibility to getting a S. So probability of A2 slash A1 is still 4 divided by 52. Since there are also 4 S, okay, the same reason. Then probability of A1 intersection A2 is probability of A1 into probability of A2 slash A1, and both have equal probability 4 by 52. So after simplification, we have to get the probability of A1 intersection A2 is 1 upon 169. Say the second part. So as in first part, we have to see that the probability of A1 is 4 divided by 52. However, if an S occur on the first drawing, there will be only 3 S left in the remaining 51 cards. So that probability of A2 slash A1 is 3 divided by 51. Here we have to use the conditional probability. If the first card is an S, so there are reduce the possibility 4 to 3. One card is removed, so 52 to 51. So by using this fact, the probability of A1 intersection A2 is probability of A1 to probability of A2 slash A1. Probability of A1 is 4 divided by 52. Probability of A2 slash A1 is 3 divided by 51. So after simplification, we get probability of A1 intersection A2 is 1 upon 221. So fifth example, find the probability of 4 turning up at least 1 in 2 toss of a fair die. So let's start the solution. Let A1 represents the event where 4 is coming on the first toss, and A2 is an event 4 on the second toss. Then A1 union A2 represents events 4 on first toss, union, that is, or 4 on second toss, or both. It means that event at least 1 4 turn-ups. That is, we are required probability of A1 union A2. So before dealing with solution, we have to recall two property. So first one, if A and B are two events, then probability of A union B is probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. The second property, if A and B are independent events, then probability of B slash A is probability of B. And by using this fact, we have to write down probability of A intersection B is probability of A into probability of B. So we have to deal with the solution. So here events A1 and A2 are not mutually exclusive, but they are independent. Hence, by using above two remarks, we have to write down the probability of A1 union A2 is equal to probability of A1 plus probability of A2 minus probability of A1 intersection A2. Further simplification leads the probability of A1 is as it is, probability of A2 is as it is, probability of A1 intersection A2 by using this fact is replaced by probability of A1, probability of A2. Probability of A1 is 1 upon 6 because A1 represents events 4 on the first toss. So there are 6 output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probability of getting 4 that is only one sample points, and total 6 sample points, so 1 by 6. Similarly, getting a 4 on second toss is 1 by 6. These are 1 by 6, 1 by 6, and further simplification leads to probability of A1 union A2 is 11 divided by 36. So thank you very much for paying your attention.